Hey guys, welcome back. We thought we would take a few minutes today to talk to you about how we are building a debt-free home. I think ultimately it came down to three major things for us: paying off our debt, cutting unnecessary expenses, and sacrifice. So we really started by focusing on the debt that we currently had and getting rid of that. And that included things like medical bills,
credit cards, car payments, the whole nine.
Yeah, we got rid of that down to the point where our only debt left was our mortgage payment.
And that's when I realized I didn't want that payment anymore.
Yeah, and there was no getting out of it, basically, unless we did something radical, because that's a 30-year deal or so.
Yeah, I'll be 65 years old and finally paying it off, and hey, I guess I'll retire in the next few years.
Right, and we didn't want that.
No.
So something had to change. And that's when we decided to start focusing on saving, and doing so by cutting unnecessary expenses.
And that's where the dream kind of came in too, wanting to build our own house and do everything debt-free.
Right.
And so by the time I'm 40 years old,
right,
everything's paid off and I don't owe anybody anything.
Yeah, we don't really like the idea of being tied to anybody. A lot of people, including us, previously, it's kind of like you work so hard, you get this paycheck, but that paycheck is spoken for already by companies like the cable company, the utility company, your mortgage company, your cell phone company. I mean, any kind of debt you may or may not have. I mean, it just goes on, and we didn't want that. We wanted to live debt-free. So some of the expenses that we cut were...
All that?
Yeah, all that. Cell phones. I mean, we spent the last 4 years up until we moved out here without personal cell phones. Josh has a work phone that he uses for work, obviously, but we did not have personal cell phones. We had a landline, and we got cell phones now when we moved out here simply because we don't have a landline. We needed some way, obviously, to be able to communicate. Our cell phones are really simple, bottom of the line, like, the track phones that you pay as you go. So that saved us money.
And cable is a big thing too. Cutting out cable TV. I mean, we sign up, it's $140 a month, and it always goes to $220 a month with renting movies, all that crap.
Yeah.
It's just wasting money.
And it's kind of addictive. I mean, it's almost something like ingrained to you that you kind of think that, like, you feel like you need to have. You move into your new rental or you buy your new house, and it's like, all right, let's get cable set up, but we don't miss it. I mean, we don't watch TV.
No TV.
So yeah, I mean, we didn't have it at our old house. We don't have it here. That saved us money. Gym membership. Love to work out. I've been, super into health and fitness. I ended up feeling like that was just money thrown out the window. Dropped the gym membership, saving money by just getting equipment off of Craigslist for really cheap and working out at home. Heating the house with wood. Our old house, we just heated with wood during the winter, and that saved us a ton.
I guess the house wasn't very efficient. It really wasn't. I mean, we have a heat pump when we get really cold. I mean, the electric bill is $450, $500 a month, which is crazy to me.
Right.
So we converted everything, went wood, put a wood furnace in, had some trees on property, cut them down, started burning wood, and it saved us a ton of money. Going that route.
It definitely did.
It did.
Also, growing our own food. We eat really well because we raise and process the food ourselves. We're not buying it from the supermarket, but we're also not paying top dollar to a local farmer for organic raised meat.
Correct.
Yeah. So then I guess it kind of moves on to what we do and do not spend our money on. We're not spending our money on things like expensive clothing. Really easy going. We will just go down to Walmart, get jeans, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, whatever we need, but it's not like expensive brand name clothing. Our most expensive pieces of clothing are probably work boots and coats, which obviously, you get a great deal of wear out of, but that, we don't value really the type of materialistic things such as clothing, or, I don't value designer handbags or getting my nails done or going to the hair salon. I get my hair cut maybe once a year.
It's $300 too, and you get a cut.
Yeah, I mean, it's outrageous. Well, if you get color with it, which I've gotten it colored once in the past 6 years. I got it color put in it a year ago, but that's obviously very rare. I usually let it go until it's long and I can't take it anymore, and then I just chop it. So yeah, I mean, we what we do spend our money on, we try to ask ourselves whether it's bringing us closer to our goals or if it's just not contributing to them at all. And if it's not contributing to them at all, then
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Materials.
The house build.
Yeah.
I'm a scavenger. I mean, I probably get it from my mom. I'll jump in a dumpster and find something I could use, and I'll take it. I mean, I'm a construction worker. I'm an electrician, so I'm on a job site. I'm always getting free stuff from other trades that don't need it. They have extra of this, extra of that. They want to throw it out. I'm taking it.
Yeah, he'll ask if they're throwing it away. He sees it in the trash pile. It's something that we can use. He will ask, and a lot of the time they'll be like, yeah, I mean, it's just gonna go to the dump anyway, so go ahead and take it. And that's actually something that we're gonna have a video coming up for you guys on, are a lot of the stuff that we have found for either free or gotten really great deals on.
We're actually sitting on a 5-foot by 10-foot glass window.
Yeah.
That I got from a museum up in DC. So.
Yeah. So that'll be coming up for you guys
Cool.
on an upcoming video, all the cool stuff that we've gotten. So I guess that kind of brings us to planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that played a big part in us getting here.
Yeah, we we're talking planning and talking materials still.
Go materials if you've got more.
I mean, we priced everything out.
Yeah.
We priced out to multiple companies. I mean, actually, Lumber 84 they matched everything and beat everybody. I mean, some places were $3,000 to $4,000 higher just on lumber.
Right.
And they came down, they matched and beat it. So I mean.
And we also made our house build work with our budget.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we made it work. So if there was something like maybe there were dormers or something that we thought would be really cool and we would like to put in, but if it doesn't fit into the budget, then we're not going to do it.
And we're gonna be moving into this place before it's even done. So.
Yep.
As I'm working, making more money, we're still gonna be putting more into the house and getting it fixed up.
Right.
Because we move in ready, but it's still not gonna be done.
Right. And that's another thing. Our RV that we're currently living in, when we were planning to move out here, we knew that we were going to be living in an RV, and when we went shopping for it, we wanted to get the least expensive RV that we could that would fit our family and our needs. When we went to the RV place, the location, I guess that you would call it, on their lot was literally called the graveyard where our RV was sitting. It had just been brought in. I mean, it was like, I mean, it's great. It's perfect for us, but it was outdated. I mean, it's not like a new, like nice, fancy RV, but it works for us. And again, that's staying focused on the goal. I mean, you might not be living in the most like awesome, like decked out place, but you've got the vision, like the end goal in mind that you're working towards. And this is something that is fine for us now, and then we can turn around, sell it, and put that money back into the house. So that was part of our planning. You know, that also included having the money saved up that we would need in order to put certain things in place, such as well and septic.
Those are the first things that we need to do.
Yeah.
If that house didn't start for another year and a half, we could live in that camper. I wouldn't say comfortably, but we would have we had well and septic.
Right.
So those were the biggest things we had to get done first.
Yep.
It wasn't that much either. I mean, from what we thought,
we had an idea of what it would cost, but we also gave ourselves wiggle room. So we kind of overestimated the cost,
over-budgeted, definitely,
just so we could be safe and make sure that we could make it happen. I mean, those were like non-negotiables. We had to have the well and septic, we felt personally. So, and I'm glad that we did that. I'm glad we were able to do it. It makes it a heck of a lot more comfortable that we planned that out ahead of time. Because if you go back and look at our videos, I mean, you'll see when we first moved out here and we were showering outdoors, like heating water in a metal barrel. I mean, I'm not over a fire.
It was 10 weeks with no well and septic here.
Yeah.
That was tough.
It was tough. So that
wasn't fun at all.
No, that well and septic made it, but that's kind of sacrifice. You know, you sacrifice a lot of those comforts to get to where we want to be, and Josh does that daily with his commute to work. He drives an hour and 20 minutes to and from.
It's more than that, actually. I kept my job. I was moving out here. I think right now I'm at a close job site, and it's 95 miles away from my house.
And that's a close one.
It's a close one. I just came from a job in DC. It's 125 miles away. So, I mean, make a trip out there. It's DC money, so you make good money.
Right.
I could get a job out here, and my paycheck would be cutting 75%.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So we sacrificed. I'm still jobbed in the city doing my day-to-day thing.
Yeah, what he needs to do. And we had kind of romanticize the idea of going further out, doing something like really crazy where we just, go out to Montana or like something awesome like that. But
That'd be cool.
it would be cool. It would be super cool.
Yeah.
But it came back to the thing of, we're not going to have the money that we would have doing it this way because Josh wouldn't have his job.
Yep.
And, and then things wouldn't move along as quickly as they have. So ultimately we ended up deciding to stay. And we love it here.
Sorry, the camera turned off. It's back on now. Getting back to the house. We wanted a nice house, but we don't need a massive house, a 4,500 square foot house to pay for all this crap. So we have a budget. We know how much money we want to spend. So we built the house around our budget and made it work.
Yeah.
Right?
And the nice thing also is that we can completely customize the house and plan
Yes.
it out. Like Josh was saying, in our previous house, there was a lot of space that just went unused. We didn't use the dining room, the living room. There was just awkward spaces and spaces that we needed more of or that could be used better. So we've been able to customize the house to what we want, and although it's not a huge house, it fits us perfectly.
Yep. The big thing we're going to do is the massive mud room. So that's the best part, I think.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that. So
Yeah.
we'll be giving you guys a walkthrough of our floor plan coming up. But I mean, I think that kind of gives you an idea of how we got from where we were to where we are now and how we're making things work for us. And I hope that you learned something or found something inspiring and feel like this is something that maybe you guys could work towards too if you're struggling with debt or you're trying to work your way towards whatever your dream might be.
This is something we're working on though. We've been working on this for probably 5 years now.
Yeah.
Talking about doing this.
Yeah. I mean, there is tons of planning. Like if there's a major takeaway for you, it is plan ahead of time. Like have a set plan. Everything from A to Z, plan it out. And of course, not everything's going to go to plan.
No.
According to plan, but you're going to be a heck of a lot better off, and it's going to be a lot smoother than it would be if you just jumped the gun and were like, oh hey,
A few times I think we wanted to jump the gun.
We did.
But we got back down to reality.
Yeah.
And thought about it.
Yeah.
And
then we would have to wait another couple of years. Yeah.
And for us, we waited for the market to come back on our house also. When that market came back up, we sold instantly and found this place.
Yeah. And not only did we sell our house, but we sold everything.
Everything.
In it.
We came here with one
RV.
vehicle and the RV and what we could fit in the RV, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep.
We brought some chickens with us, so
animals. So
yeah,
that's about it. All right, guys. We will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, give us any questions that you may have, and we will see you next time.
See ya.